Hello, Fighterdiet warriors. I'm just out of my education segment in the Fighterdiet of the day. Today I walked through the breakfast category to find the ones that got in. And I explained the difference between playing the devil's advocate game versus actually do the fighter diet style, which stands apart from every other diet. The whole principle of fighter diet, the Pobo principle. If you forget that is what gives the balls the power in fighter diet, the balls of fighter diet, then you will completely forget. It's not only a calorie budget, it's not only about remembering, because you will forget that hunger takes over. You forget to think. You will not have the rational thinking ability the way you believe, because it becomes a matter of life and death in your mind and body. You don't know what to do with yourself. You have not been exposed to real hunger. You are just gonna be a fool on your own belief that you are strong because you are intelligent. You're not at all gonna win, because it's not a matter of intelligence. It's a whole other insight, awareness to a level most people never even achieve because they don't even look there. I'm on the other side of human minds, where you want to be beyond human, you want to be superhuman. That's my dimension. That's my dimension that I love to be. So if you're with that, you're gonna notice now that I am organizing my supplements for tomorrow, and I just prepped my Heaven and Bowl edition morning and also tonight, so that's my motivation. I'm gonna get my cold body into the workout of the day soon, but here I am to do all the supplements I love to take in my little medicine bottle from a prescription. You know, those little pharmaceutical, well, what am I talking about? The one you get medications on, I keep them, and that I use for my supplements. All right, here is what I want. So there's gonna be a little bit of that in the background. So here is what I want you to know. What I had in mind is, one, the size of vegetables. In general, for healthy nutrition recommendation, basic mainstream, and nobody's really achieving that in America, unless you are a health-aware person who actually cares. Because vegetables are like, everyone wants to not talk about vegetables unless you kind of try to escape them as much as possible. You want a life that is based on not having to have vegetables, and you forget that vegetables is the only way you can Pobo and be satisfied. If you're gonna do it any other way, it's not gonna last, because when you get lean, and that doesn't matter if you have fat loss to lose or fat to lose, you're still about the state has changed. You're not as fat as you used to be. That means you're leaner. That's what you need to hold on to, the way I teach. So the serving sizes of the recommendation in general for vegetable intake per day is 5 cups, which means like 500 grams, 1 pound. That to me is the minimum to even be remotely considered healthy. For me personally, my individual personal fighter diet policy is this: 1,000 grams, 2 pounds is what I say would be the least to optimize a healthy, sustainable way of eating, to be satisfied when you're picking the right kind of food that you can eat and be satisfied on a low calorie diet, so you can actually lose the weight and do it for, maybe it takes 2 years to lose 200 pounds. You can, because you're building on the way you're gonna eat, and when you have lost the weight, you're gonna continue living the way you've been, getting that body to find its healthy spot. You're not gonna change that, you keep it up. So it's not any different than, think about it, you are practicing the way you're gonna keep on living. It's like having a sport, and the longer you keep on practicing, the more you're gonna notice you become more and more efficient, you become more and more confident, you have better skills. Just like any athlete, you are not gonna be a superstar, elite level right away. So that's what you have to remember about nutrition, changing body composition, because you are like you're changing the universe, and that is what you're trying to do. Good luck if you're not understanding. You gotta understand. There's gotta be lessons for you to learn about human nature and how you don't even know yourself. So let's get to that. That's what you do with me. You get to know yourself. So 500 grams then is like the minimum, that's small volume. And of course, if you choose beets or sweet potato, it would be tiny volume. So that's when you then have to realize that it's not just a size of a vegetable that you can say this is large, this is medium, this is small, because there's more to it than just the size. It's how are the vegetables, how dense are they, as in zucchini cooks down to nothing, so it looks big but then nothing. Same as salad. You know how the people say, oh my god, a whole big a whole big bag or box of spinach, oh I can't believe I can eat all that. Then you realize you cook it down, it's like 1 cup. So fluffy vegetables versus dense vegetables, and all that adds up to how long it's going to sustain you. Are you going to be satisfied? So for instance, you can definitely keep a calorie budget and then realize that you made the choices with small volume, forgot it's not only calories. So now you're stuck there with your small volume and you don't have enough. Which means you gotta learn by practicing lifestyle, practicing different sizes of meals, changing the rhythm of your appetite and hunger, understanding how it works, so you pick when it's most important for you to eat and when you don't have to, so you can have the satiety. Because here's the thing, if you keep on eating all day long, you are not going to have any calories enough to be that big dinner and dessert, like when you just get full. So that is why being fasting all day long can help you, if you remember that if you forget the principles how you're going to eat, you might just break under pressure. You have a little Snickers bar and then all of a sudden there, boom, you broke the calorie budget. That's how easy it is. That's why the Pobo is the routine you gotta get to accept. You're gonna be Pobo, you're gonna be full, you're gonna have the way of, is it normal to feel great on Fighterdiet and losing fat? I'm losing, but is it okay to feel good? I kind of want to beat that woman up to think, yeah, you bet. This is how you sustain, because you thrive off it. You like to do it. You love the way you feel. Of course, that's how you're going to want to keep on feeling. That's why it's like, yeah, listen to the feeling. If it makes you feel great, keep it up. And of course, it has to be that it makes you feel great beyond the moment of enjoying food, because otherwise it would just be like a drug addict, hey, I'm happy, I love today, so hoo-hoo, right? Oh, shit, there was a consequence? Yeah. So, instead of 5 cups, think 12 cups. That is more about the standard I would do. And for me, I eat 5 pounds of vegetables every day. And don't you think now that you have to achieve to eat as much as I can, because it's not going to do anything for you that is going to help you, because you're not doing my routine, you're just following my system. It's no different than we have all kinds of music. Now pick your way of listening to music. That's how you have to think. Like, I have the program, make it your version. But if you can't do it to get results, you gotta learn more by listening and not making your pick and choose and kind of take out everything that makes Fighterdiet successful. So it becomes just like every other diet. That's what people do. You're like, hey, here we have the perfect system that works. Now let's make it into mainstream that doesn't work, so we can make it into a fad and then believe it. I don't do it. So I teach you the real stuff. That's why it's so heavy and educational, and why I tell you that you're a fool thinking that everything is set in stone and nothing's gonna change, and you haven't even achieved a goal that you can maintain, and you're not happy. That's the thing. Listen to yourself. You keep on having the same fears of food and the fears of gain, and you're terrified. And how long are you gonna want to live on going to bed hangry and tossing around and being so scared of what are you going to do if you go to the fridge and eat because you're so hungry? I don't want you to live like that, because I know what it was like, and I made my whole life mission to not have it like that, without having to accept that I'm going to fatten up again and then say, it's not worth it. Oh, you bet. Because the lean people who can be happy and stay lean, they're very few. I just know my own Fighterdiet warriors. Because that is what I mean. It's so easy when you have let go and then tell everyone else to let go. Like, hell no. So here is for all the women who want to work for your goals, do it. I would never follow someone else who just say it's not worth anymore. Like, no, do this instead. Like, no. You want to feel how it feels to be lean. Do it. Work for it. Then you can fatten up again. But I know you won't, because nothing tastes as delicious as feeling great and confident and empowered plus have the way to eat whatever you want, because that's how you have made yourself feel, that I choose whatever I want and I choose this. So yeah, I do eat whatever I want. Don't you want that feeling? That was the fish oil. 6. All right, so get up to the game of you're not playing mainstream. The reason why mainstream, that's another thing. I have a problem with this whole thing that every time it's healthy, people think it's gonna be small. Like a small, sensible little meal. Yeah, that's why nobody gets full when they're trying some clean eating, because it's so small again. Like, if anything would be the big size, it's the healthy eating. That's the only way you can. But the whole world got it twisted, so it should be shamed. Oh yeah. So my whole life, I was always shamed by my family coming home, and every time I visit, even in the, being a professional fitness person, always the kind of looking and ridiculing that Pauline can eat so much, and oh, how can you eat like that? Like my mom, I love her, but oh man, does she love to shame me that I have a big appetite and that shouldn't do this, right? Oh, so many times it's like looking down on how I shouldn't eat egg whites and how I shouldn't do this. So much of, oh, but that's not how much, Like the food that I ate at home was the expensive one that's gonna have a bother with, Now I'm thinking about living in Sweden, coming home, and have to do that. How much of that was just so much of shaming about how I ate and how I was such a pig, but I was the one who was lean, and I was also the competing. But you bet my stepdad, he loved to say, protein powder, is that steroids? The ignorance is deep, runs really deep. So, where was I? About the food volume. Yeah, so I was shamed about my big appetite all the time. And in my competing, I was never showing the way I ate, because everyone else would have their mini meals and I didn't. And I just couldn't stand up for that. And also, so I just love to eat, and I found my way, and I'm like, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm so proud of myself for that. Okay, so that was the food volume, and then also bowls. You gotta get over your small bowl ambition, thinking that you need to have a small volume meal. It's not feminine to eat small. That's a stupid thing. The whole industry, the society, everything has told that women should be flat-bellied or starved or not, whatever. Because women have a tendency to fatten up. That's how we're designed. So that got us in trouble when the body ideals is like 90s of being a skinny catwalk model. I too grew up with those, and I love those bodies. I think they're beautiful because I look at beauty in all kinds, right? I'm not holding on to only fitness can look pretty to me, because then I wouldn't be able to see my mom's body and say, wow, she's stunning. And she's just an average basic person who doesn't do anything but exercise on a bike. So then your body's not gonna be lean and defined. And she never wanted to be anyway either, so she had her own thing. She was always on a, didn't ever want to train the way I did. And she will not do it. And I'm not forcing her to do that. I don't think she's going to be happier, so I'm not going to keep on tooting my horn thinking that, oh, she got to copy my way. It's so important to understand it. You do it for yourself. You do it to make yourself happy. And if you don't think that's worth it, then who are you doing it for? So then you start to noticing, like, who are you trying to be all this for? Who is going to give you that you are all everything? Because then you're going to notice that it will not matter how much you love your body. You're going to be like me, realizing that the whole world will shame you anyway, because you're never going to be pretty enough for them. You're never going to be. They're going to look at you too scrawny, too this, too that, too. Everything's going to be something's wrong. And then you realize, like, wait, am I going to change the way I feel because other people can't appreciate or see what I love? That's when I say, don't. You bet. You gotta hold on to what you love, because that's the thing that matters, not other people. Do you see me fatten up or stop doing or shut up or whatever because people tell me I shouldn't? I mean, it would be good for marketing, but hey, I'm not doing this for marketing. I'm doing it to win the diet marketing so people can win. You be happy and to eat, because that is a problem. Why not have that as the program? That's Fighterdiet. So, while I'm finishing up here, you gotta get over the size, and then get over the mini-sized meal ambition. Get those big bowls. So eat from a salad bowl. You gotta change your perception of sized meals, and then apply it to not believe on the scale and stop going on the scale. To remember, what are you doing? You're building your lean body. You're building muscle. You're not supposed to just lose weight. And think about it too. Your ambition to lose weight doesn't boost your metabolism at all. That's a thing you think. Boost your metabolism means eating more, training harder, gaining muscle, getting stronger, and do cardio. That's the thing you don't want to do. You just want to starve because it's easy. But laziness doesn't shape you up. You can't shape up what isn't even built. So the step one is to build it up, then shape it up, and continue refining until you die. Because you have one home only, and that's your life, and it's your body. So take care of it. No trash can body life. And love your body, stand up for your body. Just have it as a policy. That's it. Love your body unconditionally. Because that's the way you're going to be able to be the best person for yourself and for everyone else. And that's how you're going to inspire all the younger women too, who are looking up to you, who see you. Wouldn't you want them to feel happy and have a life that they're feeling good and calm and not thinking about a diet all their life and then surrendering to kind of, I think I just have to kind of do what everyone else is doing and tell me to just be cute and look cute because I gotta just do that because it's how you just feel like you're never gonna be good enough anyway. If you can't give it yourself that you are good enough the way you are, you just have higher ambitions. That's why. There's nothing you need to do. You do this out of your own heart. That is what you have to hold on to, because otherwise the struggle for do something that you're going to be criticized for doing anyway is going to be too hard to handle. You gotta love yourself more, because the world will not do it for you, because the world, if people will not do it for themselves, and they will not give you happiness if they can't make it for themselves. So do yourself a favor, be happy for yourself, because in the end of the day, you're gonna be there with your cat and your bowl at home training or not, with your family, with your friends, So whatever you love in your life, protect it, and you need a body. So love your body for me. Because my body wants your body to know, hey, I know those idiots up in the mines, but we can work this together. Let's just change what we say. Let's change the way we perceive things. Stop telling people that, you gotta just be flat belly and having no gas and just be shut up and eat nothing and be happy. Because it's not life quality. Life quality is doing what you love and be free and feeling that there's no stop. You're not holding back in your life adventure because there's a body, or you feel not confident, or you feel you're not good enough, because that is my whole thing. If I can make you feel happy that you love yourself, that's the best thing. If I can make you feel like that, if I can influence you to stop listening to all the shit in the world about women's bodies, what you should do or how you should be, what you should think, what you should strive for, if you can let go and just listen to your heart, that's your only voice. If I can make that, I think I'm a super powerful person, because that would make me so proud. I love you. See you tomorrow. See you in the group tomorrow. I think I'm more interested in talking about training technique then. All right, guys? See you tomorrow in the FD8.